Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, today is going to be a really scary case. Unlike my other cases, I think this one is pretty terrifying, at least in my opinion. And if you agree this case is terrifying, then I suggest leaving your thoughts down in the comments now. I know I've been gone a while. I know in my last videos I said it's probably because I've been really busy, especially I've been going some places like a few times on vacation and I've been busy. But I promise you, well, since school's about to start again, I can't promise like a video every single day, but maybe on the weekends I can. It really depends if I get a job, because I'm probably sooner or later this year, because I want to save enough money to go on this trip with my friend. But I'll still be able to post on the weekends even though I may have a job. But yeah, but I promise you guys you'll be seeing more content. Just even the good content sometimes takes a while. Even big YouTubers these days take. Now, before I get into today's video, which is based off the Conjuring 3 movie, and the title is The Devil Made Me Do It case, and it was the actual first case in where someone's defense, aka ARNE JOHNSTON, was that he was possessed by a demonic possession. So before I get into it, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, like this video, please like it. I mean, I'm actually starting to realize like people who don't have like this Gmail or Google account online can't actually like YouTube videos. So if you don't have that, that's fine. But if you have a Google account, I mean, if you're subscribed to other channels and stuff, why not subscribe to mine and like my videos? Because I make great content, or at least I think I do. Now, if you know any other true crime case you want me to cover in my next time's video, I don't know, or later this week's video, then let me know in the comments. Okay, let's get started. ARNE JOHNSTON. Well, let's just start off with David Glatzel, because David Glatzel is ARNE JOHNSTON's girlfriend's brother, and David Glatzel, it all started when David Glatzel was getting possessed by this demon. Now, just listen to me. If you haven't seen the Conjuring 3 movie and you don't know, never heard this case, then just listen, I'll tell you. David Glatzel was a sweet boy. He was a very sweet boy. He just ended up being possessed by this demon who later would possess, according to Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were real people, possessing ARNE. Now, during this possession, they had a priest. They had this priest come over and do this exorcism on David and stuff. But something went terribly wrong. Apparently, during the exorcism, the demon was getting so strong that even ARNE himself, because he cared about David so much, because the relationship between ARNE and David was so, like, almost like brotherly love, But ARNE was like his future brother-in-law, because David's sister was eventually going to marry ARNE. But they were the best of friends, like brothers almost. And he really cared about David. He didn't want to see David being possessed by this evil entity that was taking over David himself. Now, ARNE made probably, according to Ed and Lorraine Warren and ARNE's girlfriend, ARNE literally told the demon to basically invite him in, to come in him and take David out of the question, like, leave David's body, you can come into me. And apparently later on, even if you saw the Conjuring 3 movie, that's what in the movie the demon did. It moved from David to ARNE. And now the reason why I actually believe this is, one, Ed and Lorraine were there, the actual real people were there. They said that ARNE provoked the demon, basically invited it inside of him because he didn't want the demon to be inside David because he cared about him. And now later, a few days go by, and David, ARNE, and Debbie were perfectly happy. They were perfectly happy. That's until this fatal tragedy that y'all have y'all's own opinions of what y'all think happened, but people who believe in, you know what, especially Christians. I'm a Christian, so I totally believe when ARNE says that he was possessed. He apparently, according to ARNE and Lorraine Warren, ARNE was possessed, and that caused him to kill his landlord. Like, he was convicted, and he was arrested for killing his landlord. Now, his defense, this went into court, the first demonic case that went into court with the defense, ARNE JOHNSTON claimed he was possessed by this demon, which is the same demon that possessed David Glatzel. Now, and Lorraine Warren literally both stated that he could have possibly been possessed or somehow influenced by the demon. I think he was possessed, and what I find strange is, like, during the movie The Conjuring 3, and it's shown that eventually in one of the scenes, ARNE gets frightened by this demon figure, so he brings out like a weapon or something and starts. If you've seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. And it wasn't actually a demon. It was a person, his landlord, who ended up being dead. Now, this case went into court, and the thing is, most people my guess is half of this people may believe ARNE's story, and half of it's not going to believe it. But and Lorraine Warren, they were the most profound, like the most accurate paranormal investigators, and they literally had evidence. If you want to, you can search up the David Glatzel's possession audio. That's technically one piece of evidence, was David was actually possessed. And while in court, it ended up being, no matter how much the evidence was strong and stuff, the judge just didn't believe it. So he literally convicted ARNE JOHNSTON, killing his landlord, and sentenced him to 10/20 years in prison. But he got out in good behavior, which was only 5 years, and then he married Debbie and stuff. But people are still questioning whether he was being truthful. Now, I personally think ARNE JOHNSTON was demonically possessed because I researched this case, I looked into it, I read some evidence from it, and I watched a couple movies on there, Lauren, including the Conjuring movies, and I'm a Christian, so obviously I believe in demonic possession. So, like, maybe, okay, here's what I'll say. Maybe it wasn't really demonic possession where the demon is like speaking in mouths or tongue or something, but it was that point, demonic possession, where the demon was in ARNE, and it made him hallucinate. Instead of seeing his landlord, he saw a demon figure. Like it was mentioned in the movie, there's this whole scene about it. But I do think ARNE JOHNSTON was telling the truth, and Lorraine Warren were formally believe he was possessed. And I mean, there's a lot of other cases they cover, like Annabelle, The Conjuring 2, The Conjuring 1 with the Perrin family. And there's even most cases they have done that's been some episodes on TV shows, like called A Haunting, because there's this one episode where Lorraine Warren and Ed went to go investigate this people's home. And Lorraine Warren weren't just paranormal investigators. They were probably like demonologists that knew about demonic possession and stuff. And I literally looked at the evidence. You can search it up online, research it online, but the evidence is there. And to me, this is kind of a sad case because the judge doesn't actually believe it. The evidence was literally there. I mean, as long as you have evidence, accurate evidence, which I believe Ed Lorraine Warren have, the judge should just, but he didn't. And that scares me because an innocent man went to prison for literally being demonically possessed. Like, he was innocent because he was demonic, but he was possessed by this demon that to me, Arnie basically sacrificed most of his life so that David wouldn't have to continue having this demon inside him, because once Arnie had this other demon, it turned to where he ended up killing his landlord and went to prison and was convicted. I mean, they had evidence, and Lorraine Warren helped the family. They tried, like, they gathered the evidence and stuff, including that audio tape. Now, if y'all still don't know more about the case, y'all can watch the movie, but I will tell y'all most things in the movie. I'm not going to tell you who the villain is in The Conjuring 3, because each Conjuring movie has its own villain. That aspect of the villain in the movie, most aspects in that third Conjuring movie isn't true. Like, it never happened. They just put it in there so they could at least have a villain or some type of villain. But the real case is still terrifying and stuff. And I mean, they even had, like, one of David's, I forgot to mention this, but during the whole possession of David, before he was even possessed, he went into this room with a water bed and he sat down on it, and it's a scene in the movie which did happen, and he, according to him, something attacked him, like it was claws or marks or something attacked him, and then he had this toy that would move around or make these sounds, and this toy probably had to do something with the demon. And so, like, yeah, Tony Spera, because ever since Ed Lorraine Warren died, Tony Spera, he's the son-in-law of Ed and Lorraine Warren, because he's married to Judy Warren, who is the daughter of Ed and Lorraine Warren. He now owns the Warren Museum that was owned by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and he keeps this toy which was by David Glasso in the Devil Made Me Do It case. And there could have been other aspects of the story we still don't know, but to this day, I still think Arnie was innocent. I don't think he should have went to prison, but in my other opinion, I don't know why. It would make sense to me why a judge would never believe demonic possession, because, I mean, it's a court case. It's not like, even if the judge was religious, I probably wouldn't think he would, like, believe it, but, like, there could have been some witnesses that believed the story, but the majority of vote got him, like, only 5 years in prison because of good behavior, but he was sentenced to 10 to 20 years for a coin, yeah, I'm not going to say it because that's kind of a disturbing word, but, he was convicted, and, I mean, he got out 5 years early. Like, he was sentenced 10 to 20 years, but he got out after serving 5 years with good behavior. I guess that's good, but still, the case is still questioning some people's opinions, whether if he was actually possessed or not. Like I said, I gave you my personal opinion because I'm a Christian, and I totally believe Arnie was somehow demonically possessed, whether that he was influenced by the demon, which may have caused him to have hallucinations of the landlord being a demon, him attacking him, or the demon just possessing him in general, where the demon attacked the landlord instead. Now, like I said, you can watch The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, on HBO Max. If it's still on there. I mean, when it came out, it was on HBO Max. Or, actually, you can go buy it on DVD now, because apparently it's being released. And, yeah. yeah, I hope y'all guys enjoyed that case. Make sure to comment below if you enjoyed this video and what other future true crime videos you want to see in the future, and I'll respond to many comments as possible. And make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. And please, can y'all do me a favor? This is what I'm asking. I want y'all to please share this video for any other people that may be interested in this, because I don't just do crime videos or supernatural videos. I do like daily vlogs and other sorts of stuff, so any kind of content really. So hope y'all guys enjoyed and have a nice day.